Hello YouTube. So I thought I'd give you, kind of like a different scenery than I normally do. Just sitting on my front porch, enjoying the warm sun, but I couldn't sit and do a video in the sun because I couldn't keep my eyes open. And even though I'm totally shaded, I'm sensitive to the light, so, hopefully you can hear me. Here I am among the wind chimes that lace the front of my house. So I just wanted to talk to you today about something that I feel that should be discussed because, throughout my life, I've always had this sense of my gift. At a very young age, I knew I had a gift, and I just didn't have anybody around me except my parents that shared the same gifts as I have. And they didn't really speak about it. They didn't really bring it into the light. There wasn't anything that they could substantiate for me and or explain or let me even have any acceptance. Well, since I've been raising my children, I've always taught them that they are psychic beings and that they have senses beyond the five regular senses of taste, smell, touch, hearing, and seeing. So, for me, it's only now that I'm actually coming into acceptance of my gifts. And although they've been with me for a very long time, I had always denied them or just, I just never took ownership of what was going on. It's kind of scary to me, I had a lot of conviction in my clairsentience, my inner knowing. But even with the conviction of that, calling family to say, this is going to happen, this is what I need you to do, this is how you're going to deal with that, this is what I need you to understand, and then leaving it at that, and then them calling to validate and say, wow, it's unfolded exactly how you said. And so the validation has always been there for me, but that's not what I had been missing. I had been missing, I guess, the foundation of self-love, of self-acceptance, and growing up psychic, but yet not having that foundation or that circle of like-minded people who speak openly or who even understand what's going on. Kind of makes for a closet psychic, right? So I've been talking about this more and more with people who know me, and maybe they don't know that I haven't ever accepted it until now, because forever people that I know have consulted with me and relied upon me and my inner knowings for advice and have come and gotten guidance from me, but we never spoke those words. We never said it was because I was psychic and they needed validation of maybe their internal knowings or anything of that matter. But there's a few things that have been happening lately, and I just want to share a couple stories quickly. Last weekend, I'm in line in a drive-thru, and one of my dear students, not all of them do I accept into my aura or my consciousness, but there's this few special ones that I really mother, and so one of them pops into my mind, and I just knew something was wrong. I knew immediately something's wrong with my child, and there was nothing that I could do to validate that feeling. I couldn't call, and I couldn't find out anything. So I stepped out of, I did what I could do, and I called that student's teacher, who is a friend of mine. And I asked some questions like, were they in school this week? What's going on? And we kind of talked about the possibility of maybe a death in the family or something that we thought, from what we knew, might be the reason why I had this gut feeling that just something was terribly wrong with this child. Monday morning, Spirit said, take that gift there that you bought over the weekend for no other reason than you just bought it, and didn't have a reason to have bought what I bought, but I had it, and I thought to myself, why did you buy that? You're not that. No one in your family does that. Why did you buy that? And so Spirit says on Monday morning, take this with you. You need it today. Sure enough, Monday morning I find that teacher and I say, is so-and-so here? Or no, what class does so-and-so have you for? Because I'll come see so-and-so and that'll be that. Teacher says, oh, I'm not sure. I'll look into it and I'll tell you. And I say, okay. So sure enough, at that class period, in that moment, the class informed the teacher that student had been hospitalized over the weekend for emergency surgery. So teacher runs to my room and says, oh my God, how did you do that? That is so creepy. Yeah, I know. It is creepy, but not really. And there I had the gift to take to the hospital to my child who was stuck in the hospital and bedridden for the next week or so. A perfect gift for that. So I just thanked Spirit, thanked my guardian angels, thanks my higher self. Thank God that I am now more awake, in tune. I listen more. There's that instance, okay? Here's a different instance. I get an email from someone that I don't really know too well, and it's asking for help. It's an email of someone that I kind of know in a roundabout way. I used to go to a certain place, and they used to be there, and they're part of that, and they work there, and so this email is about them being out of town, out of the country, and they need money, and please help. Well, that's one of my downfalls. I'm such a nice, giving, loving person. I want to give. I'll give you my last. I'll give you my all. I don't like to see people suffering or in need. So I went ahead and did that. I replied, and I said, what can I do to help? And right away felt the response was, okay, I need a quick loan of $1,700. What can you do to help me? I'm stuck. I can't do anything. All I have is a passport. I'm sitting here waiting for your response. You're the only person that can help me. And so I was about to leave work and go to the bank and do a wire transfer. I asked, okay, so where do I Western Union you the money? And then I got that knowing, that gut feeling that, this person is not your friend. Why are they harassing you for money over an email? And things just weren't adding up. And every time I asked a question, things weren't adding up. So I made some phone calls. I got some roadblocks. Made a phone call to the business. Oh, they're not open Fridays, and it's Friday. Thankfully I had someone's cell phone number who knew this person pretty well, and I was able to contact them, and thank God that they answered and that they could validate that yes, this was just a hoax, this was just a hacked email, as I was about to send a substantial amount of money on the basis that they would pay me back immediately and that they would be home within 24 hours. So here we go. Again, thanking Spirit, thanking God, thanking my higher self, thanking my guides that they stepped in and prevented me from making a drastic mistake. So my psychic ability is always with us, and we just have to pay attention. And it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much to think things through and really just meditate in every moment and talk to your guides and acknowledge that they're around you and acknowledge that they help you in everyday life and in every moment. And they're there to help keep us grounded, but help keep us aware. And well, be grateful of your gift. And you know, it's hard. I find it very hard to find people that are gifted like I am, because even when I do find people that are gifted like I am, they're not secure in their gifts, and they don't talk about their gifts out loud. For whatever reason, you know, social norm, you know, society non-acceptance, I kind of feel like I've already been burnt at the stake in another lifetime. So this lifetime is all about securing my life and not getting in trouble and not being abnormal, not sticking out. And then things like